Hey guys, it's Aaron here with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet CAD Support Group, and I'm going to talk to you about how to get your utilities and right-of-way to show up in your cross sections as annotations. So we're going to start out with a blank file here. This will be your control elements file. You're going to reference in a terrain and a field survey. So I have both of those referenced in. Make sure your terrain is set active. So mine is already set active. If not, you'll see there have a little icon for active. And here is the survey. You can see here it's a reference coming from our surveyor. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the references of this, click on the survey, right click, merge into master. We're going to select the view, hit OK. It detaches the reference. And so now these graphics are now in this file, so we can manipulate them any way we want. We're not going to mess with the survey at all. This will allow us to complex them with the correct feature definition that we need. So we can pick a line here. We'll pick this control of access line. And we will pick this, let me try to pick this water main here. What you're going to do is you're going to go to OpenRoads Modeling, Geometry. We're going to do Complex Geometry by Element. And this little toolbox will pop up. You're going to make sure this method's set to automatic. Your feature definition, this is where you set the feature definition for the line you're going to complex. And this feature definition determines what cell is placed in the cross section. So you want to make sure, take your time and select the correct ones. So here I'm doing linear existing right-of-way. Linear existing right-of-way. I'm scrolling down to existing right-of-way line. I select that one, give it a name. We will do EX right-of-way left. We're going to locate your first element. We're going to select this line here. And you left click to accept. And we can do an element selection and hover over it. You'll see now it says complex element with the name and the feature definition. We will go ahead and do the same for this water main here. Complex by element. And fight with this. We'll go back to existing utilities. And here you have A, B, and C. These are quality levels. So A meaning that you have dug it up, you've taken a survey shot on it, you know exactly where it's at. B is that you've seen it, you know where it's at, may not have a survey shot. And C is that you know the general area. So we're going to go with C with this one. So we'll go find water main. We're going to do water line QLC. We will call this RT water. You're going to select the line. And then you're going to hit left click to accept it. Now it's complexed. So now we need to give profiles to these lines. Give it an active vertical. So that's under geometry as well. Under profile creation, you can do it two different ways. You can do a quick profile from surface or profile from surface. And we're going to do a quick profile from surface. Locate your reference element. So you select on your right-of-way line you selected. Locate your reference surface. This is the surface here. Left click. And reset to end. And data force. So if you go back to your element selection, hover over, there's no active profile. So now we have a profile. You can hover over it. Go to profile view. Select your view. Open up the profile. Here you can see it. Click it. Hover over it. It says active profile. So now that one is set. So if we hover back over this, you'll see yep, active profile exists. Line string. Third one down. So now we need to do it for the water main. So we're going to go to profile creation. Quick profile from surface. Actually, I'm going to do profile for surface for this one. Because the quick profile actually drapes it on top of the surface, we're going to do an actual profile from surface on this one. So you're going to select your element. Reset to complete. Select your surface. Reset to complete. And you're going to alt to the beginning. Alt to the end. Oh, sorry. Toolbox pops up. It's a little bit easier for you to see. You're going to set these correctly. So here. So with this waterline, we're going to assume quality level C, so we have an idea where it's at. I have been told that the vertical offset is -5 feet. So point selection all. Profile adjustment, none. Shaping options, triangles. For horizontal offset, you'll make sure you go back and hit 0 on this. Vertical offset's -5 feet. And it created the profile for us. We'll hover over it. Active profile exists. So when using that tool, it actually creates the profile, but we'll open up anyway. Profile model, we'll go into this one. There you can see it has a 5 foot below vertical there. That's our active profile. So now that we got these set, we're going to need to reference these into our corridor. So let me get the corridor here. Also, one more thing I want to show before I come to the corridor. This is a little bit easier to help you adjust these, I think. You can click on this line here and open up your properties and go to the profile. And let's see here. Try the other one. Here we go. So in the profile view, you have this, you can see there's the 5 feet vertical. It shows it here. And you can come in here and go to depends on and adjust this to say -5 feet. So this is one we already set. So if we go back and look at the one that I set to drape, you can click on it here, go to depends on, and here you can actually do the vertical offset on this one if you want to as well. So we can do 5 feet above. Automatically does it for you. You can also change it here with this number. We'll go back to 0. Let's do a save the file. Let's open up the corridor here. So here's the corridor I've already ran with a template. And you can see here the edge of road, the stroke limits, everything. We're going to reference in that elements file we just made. So tools, attach. I'm sorry, you can't see it. Tools, attach. And we're going to pick that file. Give me 1 second. Cross-section annotation file. Open. Make sure you get the default model, coincident world, hit OK. And now we should be able to see our utilities. Refresh the view. Must make sure the reference is turned on. Okay, let's try this again. So tools, attach. Cross-section annotation. What's it doing? World. Okay. There we go. So now we can see they're here. You can see the control of access in the water main. You can see they also went into the 3D model. Get this out of the way. And we're going to close this model real quick and reopen it. You see here, you can actually see them in 3D space. And I'm going to check my references real quick. So, I think we have it in here twice actually. This one here is just the scale line styles by reference. Turn those off. And it should bring our line styles back up to where we should be able to see them. They're very small, but they are there. And this is not something you're going to show in your plan view or anything. This is just to show you how to get them to show up. So they are here. You can see them, and they're in 3D space. You see that one is showing 5 feet under the roadway as well as on the sides. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut a cross section here. Drawing production, name boundaries, place name boundaries. Cross section, drawing seed, we'll do a 20 scale. And we need to select the center line. Which will be right here. And make sure we get both of those in the lines. We're going to go about right here. And we'll do a few. 3 cross sections should be plenty. And make sure you create drawing is on. Now, if you don't get this pop-up that says create drawing, that means your 3D model wasn't open, and you just need to open it back up and redo that. It'll pop up with an error. So here's the annotation group. This is very important. So we're doing 20 scale. We're going to do full size, 20 scale. So here you can hit 20 scale, full size all, or utilities and drainage, miscellaneous, slope, backbone, EAV. So these are all separated for you, what they are. I'm going to hit the all, and the all should encompass this one plus all the ones above it. I'm going to hit OK. It's going to create the cross sections for us and annotate them. Just about done. Here we'll be able to see the existing railway on the left and the existing water line, QLC, unknown elevation on the right. You can go into the drawing models and see these as well. So the main keys, the key to making these work is to treat them as an alignment in your control elements file. You want to make sure they have a complex, they're complex as a horizontal, that they have the correct feature definition, and they also have an active vertical. Once you get those 3 key elements in that control elements file, just reference it to your corridor, and when you cut your cross section, it will annotate for you. But these annotations are looking for specific specific feature definition. So this one we set to the correct feature definition, which brought up this cell, and the same for this. So if we would have chose a quality level B feature definition, it would say B instead. So that is very important, just to make sure you take your time and select your feature definitions correctly in the very beginning of this. If there's any questions or anything, let us know. Thank you.